Long time ago, I decided to take God up on the challenge he gave mankind back in the days before Noah created the ark. In Genesis 6:3, as a warning to people who were living literally hundreds of years, God proclaimed that nobody born from that day on would live more than 120 years. That was to give sinners back then a little time to repent so they'd be able to ride safely through the floodwaters with Noah and his family. But biblical scholars also take that passage to mean that from that point forward, nobody could survive on the earth more than 120 years. Now, when you consider that the average human lifespan is something like 76 years, that's really something. Men live something like 75 years, while women tend to stick around about 81 on average. The problem for me is the age-old question of sex. Not so much the procreative kind, that sort of peters out about 60 years or so, but the fact that the sexes need each other to survive. To me, that means that I'm simply not going to make 120 unless there's a woman around to keep me on the straight and narrow for the next 35 years or so. For my money, only an angel can do that. It comes down to the math. If I live to be 120 and women only live about 81 years, to keep up with me, a woman would have to be 39 years old today if she expected to be around when I croaked. That's a big problem. Now, how many 39-year-old women do you know that would marry an 85-year-old man just to be able to claim they outlasted the old coot? To be more realistic, it would probably be a lot easier to find a 75-year-old woman who's in good enough shape to be able to make it to 90 or so. Well, that's 15 years. That only gets me to 100. You see the problem? All the women I know that I'd want as a partner are already 85 or 86 years old. I don't think there's any one of them who'd want my own bad self hanging around for the rest of their life. So therein lies the rub. As the old lyric goes, men without a woman is like a ship without a sail, or a boat without a rudder, or a fish without a tail. 120 years, that's a long time. Maybe God will intervene and bring me an angel. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Semper Fi.